But Anthony, since you brought that up, we were going to get into this, so we'll just segue smoothly right into the next topic. And there was four different musical performances at the Super Bowl this year, because I'm not just talking about the halftime show. We also had what I thought was a beautiful rendition by Shirley Ralph of what has been known as the Black National Anthem. You had, as you mentioned, Chris Stapleton with the national anthem, which I have to admit, I actually was very impressed by it, and actually I thought was very good. You had Babyface of all people do it was a God Bless America, and you gotta love Babyface anytime he comes out, right? Just to do. I mean, everybody remembers the
God
deal, right?
bless
Let's two occasions. Everybody remembers the
America.
deal, right? Like, right, like
Yes.
Then
It's
he had
Of
that
course, I
always
whip
know
appeal.
Babyface.
Everybody remembers the whip appeal. You know what I'm saying?
he still got that
Uh,
same hairdo from 1993 too.
right, and that he does, but that you can do nothing about that. Babyface needs a new hairdo, but still can sing. That boy's good. No, but um, and then of course, obviously, the halftime show with what I think surprised all of us. We had pregnant Rihanna out there doing her thing for the 13 minutes, so that became a topic of conversation. But Delilah, we'll start with you. I mean, was there of all the performances, what were some of your faves or highlights, or what did you think of the all the performances we had there at the Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think they were really well done. I mean, even though this was an air, they also do like the pre-show stuff, and they actually had
Yeah,
indigenous dancers put on a whole amazing show, which I wish it
yeah,
was live, but I get it. They have to, So if you want to
yeah,
see it, you have to go online, to look for it. But I thought that
yeah,
was really great that they actually, because Arizona has a large, large population of indigenous tribes, and
yes,
so I
sure,
appreciated that, that they made sure that that element was included. Even in the design, the logo was designed by an indigenous artist. And so I did like that part. I like, even though it wasn't, you know,
yeah,
shown
for
live,
sure.
but it was part of pre-show stuff. And I did appreciate that they had that. So I really did like that they did that. The other thing I liked was like, I had no idea that Sheryl Lee could sing.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea
Oh,
because I've only
she was
seen
in
her like
Dreamgirls on Broadway. Yeah, she was
but
good.
I didn't
She
know
did.
that. I've only ever seen her
Oh
on
yeah, no,
comedy shows. I'm watching her
yeah,
right
yeah,
now in Abbott Elementary, which is
right.
amazing.
Elementary, yeah,
So
for
I
sure.
honestly had no idea. So kudos to her, like coming out and
Yeah,
killing the Black National Anthem because I had no idea that woman could sing, and she could sing, like
yeah,
sing.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah, no,
so
that she
honestly,
good.
like that was a lot of fun because I honestly had no idea that she had pipes like that. So kudos because
Oh, okay, sure.
I'll be
Yeah,
looking for more of that now because I didn't know. Of course,
yeah,
I know who Babyface is, so I knew all about him. You know what I mean?
yeah, sure.
You know,
Uh-huh.
um, he came out with his like little like American flag guitar. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. That was kind of
that was kind of cool. But with the Super Bowl performance, was it my favorite one ever? No, but it was impressive that she was up there like she looked like 6 months pregnant or something. Up in the
yeah,
rafters, which was very terrifying to me to see.
right.
You know,
Those
but
platforms, right?
yeah, but she played her hits and stuff. But I really did
Yeah.
enjoy. Like I said, I really enjoyed Cheryl Lee Ralph because I had no idea she had pipes like that. I agree. Chris Stapleton, I actually like his music, so I follow him a lot. So
Okay.
I knew that
Okay.
man could sing. Like he's from Memphis. I don't think people know that. Like so he's like a blues like rock
Yeah,
guy from
he's
like
got that more
Mecca.
country
From
bluesy
the
type.
Mecca,
Yeah,
yeah, he is
exactly.
from the Mecca of blues country. So like
Rock. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so I
pretty
knew that,
much.
everybody knows him only for Tennessee Whiskey, which is a great song, but he has
Oh
so
Yeah,
no,
many other ones.
he
Yeah.
just put in some work.
Yeah, so that
yeah.
was really
Oh,
that was
cool.
honestly a really, really great, like honestly, like
Mm.
performance for that. Like,
Yeah.
one of the better ones I've seen in a long time. Like he killed it.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen a
Yeah.
really good like,
National
pledge
anthem.
song. Yeah, national anthem song. So that was well done. So those two, I really did enjoy those. I didn't hate the halftime show. I'm gonna put that out there because I don't want to get blasted by Rihanna fans. I didn't hate it, but I'm not gonna come out here and pretend like it was my favorite. I was impressed.
Right.
She played the hits, which I sang along to all of
Yeah.
them. And I never realized
Yeah.
how many Rihanna songs I actually knew until she sang most of them. And I was like, oh wow, I could sing along with all these
Yeah.
hits. So I get it,
I felt that way too.
So no hate
Exactly.
on her. It was fun,
No.
but it took me back to the weekend, who didn't have features either. I think that's really was the disappointment is we wanted to see people come out. I mean, Jay-Z was in the audience. You couldn't bring him up for Umbrella. Like, you know what
No,
I'm saying? Like,
I'm glad she didn't. No, I don't. I'm glad she didn't, to be honest with you.
anyway, but I think people were expecting more like, feature artists,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
last
I
year
know
we
what you
had like,
mean. Yeah,
last year was a big hip hop show. People were like excited because the year before
yeah,
we had the weekend. People weren't as excited. So,
right. And we get it.
so it felt like very similar where we just wanted,
Yeah,
hey, so you have features with like a million different people. You couldn't bring on like
yeah,
one person to
right.
sing one of your hits. So that's all it was. But
Yeah,
yeah, those
I got you.
but those
I
are my two
think
Go ahead,
favorites,
Andy.
Cheryl Lee and Chris.
I
Right,
think
no problem.
I
Go ahead,
think
Andy. Take
I
it away.
think that with the features thing, we now know that also was her pregnancy announcement to the entire world.
Yeah, it
So
was.
I kind of think that was one of the reasons why she really didn't have any, because it kind of would have drawn away from what she was trying to do. And of course, everybody was having the whole. I mean, Facebook blew up. Is she or isn't she? Yo, did she gain some weight? No, she just had the
Oh
baby. That's
no.
baby weight. Like everybody was
Right,
having
yeah.
that. Because my wife looked at me and said, "Is she having another baby?" I thought she just had a baby, but I don't remember when.
No, that was
And
a year ago. That was a year ago.
yeah, but that was the conversation in our
Yeah.
house, and that was
It-
it. And then we were like, wow, how are they doing the thing with the platforms? I couldn't do that. Like,
yeah. Hey, like I
But
said,
go ahead, Andy.
I
Give me
love her
your.
music.
but my
Yeah, no, I get
now
it. None of
I'm
it's
gonna go
fine.
ahead now I'm gonna go ahead and say Shirley Ralph. I low key had a big crush on Shirley Ralph back in the day as a little boy. She was one of the most beautiful chocolate black women I had ever seen, and and we're talking about during the era of Jane Kennedy, Felicia Rashad. It wasn't even on TV yet, so it was like Jane Kennedy and Paula Kelly and
Oh yeah.
and Pam Grier, and so but whoo, my God, Cheryl Lee. But the thing about Cheryl Lee that made me laugh is my first thing I thought about when she started singing, and the internet picked up on it because the internet does not miss ever.
Yeah.
If you remember,
Right.
y'all remember what she told? Remember what she told Lauryn Hill and Sister Act? Singing don't pay the bills.
Oh yeah. That's a
That's
movie I haven't seen in
true. I
forever. Yeah.
remember
The movie I haven't seen in forever. Right,
She
Sister
said,
Act.
She
she said,
straight up told
she
her
said,
that.
singing don't pay the bills. And now here we are 30 years later and you on TV
Yeah.
singing. But
Right.
ain't
There you
nobody
go.
ain't nobody clowning Cheryl Lee. That's just all in fun.
No, of course.
I did enjoy the Rihanna performance. My favorite musical act though, I'm not taking anything away from Rihanna. My favorite musical performance still my man's with the national anthem, and that's not even my veterans prejudice. It's just out of all
Right.
those performances,
You
that
killed
was
it.
the
Yeah.
that was the one that moved me. Now I will give Rihanna props. I will say this: them dancers was working.
Yeah.
Literally, no pun intended, because she got the song "Work, Work, Work." Them dancers
Work,
were
work,
working.
work, work, work,
And
work. Go ahead. Sorry.
did you catch the video that I posted later on about the one dancer that was like, it was right before the show started, and
Okay.
Michael Strahan they were talking about the stuff in the game, and it was a close up on Michael Strahan, and right over Michael Strahan's shoulder you could see a dancer back there, like kind of last minute going through his
Oh
moves.
yeah, I think I did see
Yeah,
that.
and
Yeah.
I posted that. It was like, my man said he is not gonna be the one to mess up this show today. Like he's gonna.
Right. Exactly. That is for sure. Right.
But
Don't screw it up, man.
those
You're
dancers
on
were.
national TV.
Yeah, I gotta give them all the props, because knowing that Rihanna's pregnant, there wasn't a whole lot that she could do. But them dancers, they danced 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in my 30s I could go like that for 15 minutes, but I can't do half of the dance routine for If It Isn't Love without having to stop after the first verse and get an inhaler and put on some Ambisol and some icy hot.
Right.
So
There you go.
I'm like, yo, that was that, and it was very well put together. The visuals were nice, so that part I did like. But my favorite performance was still hat tip to Chris Stapleton, and
Yeah.
happy for the brother that something is out there now that people, because now all the karaoke shows gonna be like, yo, you got that Chris Stapleton version of the national anthem on
National anthem. Right.
like that's
Exactly.
gonna replace Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah. Maybe not, but yeah, I hear you. that was the thing. Like I've heard Stapleton play because obviously he's played at Wrigley Field before,
Mhm.
so I was very familiar with Chris and the
Mhm.
way he sings and his style. So I was like, okay, this could be interesting. He's got his guitar. He's going to do the national anthem. Let's see what he's got. And yeah, I actually was very impressed with what he did because how many anthems literally have you heard over the year from everything? You go to a baseball game, someone does the anthem. You go to a football
Right.
game, someone does the anthem. You go to a
Exactly.
basketball game, someone does the anthem. So I've heard hundreds of national anthems in my day. And I
Mhm.
do have to be honest, that one actually ranks very high with me. Obviously, my favorite is still Whitney Houston
Of course.
doing the,
Whitney.
but Chris
For sure.
Stapleton really proved that, hey, he's got the chops, man. He did a great job with the anthem, I thought. Really impressed with that. Again, Babyface is who he is. He's Babyface. Like, I might not have picked Babyface to do God Bless America, but it was fine. It didn't detract from anything. It didn't bother me. It wasn't horrid, but just probably I wouldn't have picked Babyface, but that's fine. Again, Shirley Lee Ralph, I knew was a Broadway actress, and I knew that she could sing. So when I saw her get up there, I'm like, oh, Shirley Lee Ralph, look at that. They're going to let her sing. And man, okay, and I'll be honest, a lot of people were like, did she lip sync? Did she not? Here's the point. Even if she lip sync, she recorded that vocal. So no
Yep,
matter
she
what you
did.
say, she killed it. Like
Yes, she
even if it was
did.
lip sync, she had to record that vocal. And that was
Exactly.
a great
Exactly.
vocal. So
Yes.
yeah, that was phenomenal. Like no matter how it went, Shirley Roth can bring it. And I didn't know
Absolutely.
that. So I was really excited when I saw her up. I'm like, oh, Shirley Roth, cool. And she
Yeah.
killed it. It was great.
Exactly.
And again, Rihanna, it's kind of the same thing. Like and as I
Yeah.
said, I'm Delilah. I kind of agree with Delilah in the sense of I'm not the biggest Rihanna fan, but when she started singing all this, I'm like, I know that one, I know
Yeah.
that one, I know that one. Like you just start going, oh, I know all these songs, right? Like I've heard
It's
all these, and I get.
staying on top of.
So it was kind of fun to kind of sing along with some of them. Like, and the best part is watching. My dad is about to be 70 years old this year. Okay, so I'm
Yes.
watching the Super Bowl with my dad, sister, my nieces, whatever, right? So he's like, what is she going to do, Umbrella? So you have to imagine here's a 70-year-old man waiting for Rihanna to do Umbrella. So then when she starts, you got my dad in the corner singing, you can stand under my umbrella,
Yes.
Ella, Ella, eh. And I'm just dying in the like in my chair, just going, this is hilarious. But yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like it's moments like that to me. That's why I like the halftime shows. Whether you
Mhm.
like the artist or you don't,
Right.
it's a community thing. I mean, you're watching
Mhm.
a Super Bowl with usually a bunch of people, and everybody's got their opinion on this or that. But everybody watches the halftime show because you want to see what they're going to do. Like you said, you want to see if somebody's going to come out with them or if they're not going to come out with them or whatever it is. And I kind of was happy that Rihanna didn't bring anybody out. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
I was happy that she just did her thing. Like even when she started doing lights, I'm like, don't bring out Kanye, don't bring out Kanye. That's all I kept whispering, like, don't bring out
No,
Kanye.
I said Jay-Z. I didn't say
No,
no Kanye.
no, I'm talking about when she started doing lights. I'm like,
Yeah,
don't bring out
nah,
Kanye. Don't bring out Kanye. Please don't do
never.
it. So I was just happy that she did the performance herself and that it was just her,
Yeah.
for that. So yeah. So again, I enjoyed all of the performances. Honestly, like you said, as far as those go, those were probably in the last few years probably some of the best. Yeah, it did. Her performance did actually garner more viewers than the game because a lot of people do that. Some people who aren't football fans just want to see the halftime show if they like the artist. A lot of them wait till the game goes to halftime and then they
Yeah.
come on and just watch the halftime show. A lot of people do that. So
It was
I'm not
it was
surprised that she actually got more viewers.
it,
Yeah.
it was fun seeing all the T-shirts, especially from all the women saying, "Oh, there's a football game in the middle of a Rihanna concert."
Rihanna concert.
I
Yeah. A
love
lot of it.
those. I love
My buddy
those.
Larry put that on Facebook. He's like, yes, I'm not going to apologize for calling it the Rihanna concert. I'm like, I know you're not, Larry. It's okay.
It's so
But yeah,
funny. No,
so
and she has
yeah.
so many hits that a lot of us were also upset that weren't covered, like Disturbia. Like that's such a good one. And we're
So
like, where did that
well, she
go?
had 13 minutes. She did what she could.
No,
Yeah,
I
she
know,
put
I
all the big
know.
ones in there.
But
She put all the. I thought
I
she put
love
all the
you,
big
Revi.
ones in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love you, Revi. Congratulations on your baby with ASAP Rocky, your number 2.
You're right.
So
He was there. You see him.
kudos,
He looked like a big
kudos,
fan too. He was a phone
kudos
out
to
there. He's
that.
recording everything. He was all.
Yeah, he better. He
Yeah.
Congratulations.
got two babies by a billionaire. I'd be out there waving my phone too. She's
Yeah.
number one. She's number one.
I kept making the joke though because I'm stupid that way. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, they don't call him ASAP for nothing. They just had a baby. She already pregnant again. I'm like, this guy. He is as soon as possible, ain't he?
Ah, good
ASAP Rocky is
one.
correct. That's all I'm saying.
Yay.
That
Okay.
brother ain't wasting no time. He's
That
like,
was
I got you pregnant again, woman. Take
that
that.
was a good
Now go
one.
perform. No,
That was
now
good.
go perform.
He better not.
That was good.
He gonna mess around trying to Nick Cannon
But
that girl.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.